Alright, let's talk about something we all use every single day but probably never give a second thought to: toilet paper. It's one of those everyday essentials that quietly sits in our bathrooms, always there when we need it, but rarely the topic of conversation. Yet, if you stop to think about it, toilet paper is a product that connects people all over the world, regardless of where they live or what language they speak. Every day, people worldwide use about 83 million rolls. That's enough to circle the globe several times if you line them up end to end. Just imagine the sheer scale of that number: warehouses and supermarket aisles packed with row upon row of soft, white rolls, ready to be taken home. The average person goes through about 100 rolls a year. That's almost 2 rolls every week per person. It's a small action, but when you multiply it by billions of people, it becomes a global habit that's hard to ignore. Multiply that by everyone on the planet, and we're talking over 21 billion rolls annually. That's a staggering amount of paper, and it's all for a product that most of us use for just a few seconds at a time before tossing it away. This massive demand has a real impact on the environment. Traditionally, making toilet paper required cutting down millions of trees every year. Forests are cleared, logs are hauled away, and entire ecosystems can be disrupted just to keep up with our need for clean, soft paper. However, the industry has started to adapt. In recent years, there's been a big push toward recycling. Instead of relying solely on fresh trees, manufacturers are finding ways to give old paper a second life. Our discarded paper, old newspapers, office documents, and even cardboard, can be collected, cleaned, and transformed into something new and useful. In fact, much of the toilet paper you use today may have started out as something completely different. Next time you reach for a roll, take a moment to appreciate its journey. It might have started in a recycling bin, traveled through a maze of machines, and finally ended up on your bathroom shelf, ready to serve its purpose. It's a transformation story, turning something old and discarded into something essential for daily life. The process is more complex than you might think, involving shredding, pulping, cleaning, and pressing, all to create that soft, familiar sheet. This humble roll of paper has a surprisingly complex story, and we're going to unravel it. From forests and recycling plants to your bathroom, every roll has a history. It's a testament to how a small daily habit can add up to something massive. Across cultures and continents, toilet paper is a shared experience, quietly linking us all together. The industry has gotten smarter over the years to keep up with our needs. Modern factories use advanced technology to maximize efficiency and minimize waste, all while producing millions of rolls every day. Manufacturers have turned to a different source: recycled paper. This shift not only helps save trees but also reduces landfill waste and energy use. It's a dirty job, but someone's got to make it. Workers sort through piles of used paper, separating out what can be recycled and what can't, ensuring that only the best material makes it into your next roll. So, the next time you reach for a fresh roll, take a moment to appreciate the journey it took to get to you. It's more than just a convenience, it's the result of innovation, hard work, and a global effort to be more sustainable. It's a story that starts not in a pristine forest, but often in a recycling bin. Your small act of recycling can help close the loop and keep this cycle going. This humble roll of paper has a surprisingly complex and fascinating story, one that touches on our habits, our environment, and our shared responsibility. And as we unravel this story, we'll see just how much impact a simple roll of toilet paper can have on the world. Believe it or not, there was a time when toilet paper didn't exist. For most of human history, people had to get creative when it came to personal hygiene. The idea of soft, disposable paper in the bathroom is actually a pretty recent invention. People used whatever was available: leaves, grass, corn cobs, and even seashells. In rural areas, farmers often relied on corn husks, while coastal communities might have reached for a smooth shell. The materials varied by region and culture, but comfort was rarely a priority. Wealthy Romans, for example, had their own solution: a sponge attached to a stick known as a tersorium. After use, it was rinsed in salt water and reused by others. Public bathhouses had communal sponges, which might sound shocking today, but it was considered advanced for its time. The first documented use of paper for hygiene dates back to 6th century China. The Chinese were pioneers in paper making, and by the 14th century, records show that millions of sheets were produced annually just for bathroom use by the imperial family. This was a luxury most people in the world couldn't even imagine. Fast forward to 1857, when an American inventor named Joseph Gayety introduced the first commercially packaged toilet paper. His product was sold as medicated paper and marketed as a health item, not just a convenience. Gaiety's toilet paper came in flat individual sheets, each infused with aloe to soothe the skin. It was sold in packages, not on rolls, and was considered a luxury item, often found in pharmacies rather than general stores. The real revolution came in 1890, when the Scott Paper Company introduced toilet paper on a roll. This innovation made it easier to use, store, and distribute, and it quickly became the standard in American homes. The roll format transformed bathroom habits, making toilet paper more convenient, sanitary, and accessible. It was a simple change that had a huge impact on daily life, setting the stage for modern hygiene. At first, people were embarrassed to buy toilet paper, so it was sold in plain, unmarked wrappers. The topic was considered taboo, and many customers would whisper their requests at the counter. Today, the choices are endless: one-ply, two-ply, quilted, scented, recycled, and even luxury brands. Toilet paper has become a staple in every household, with options to suit every preference and budget. What started as a medical oddity has grown into a multi-billion-dollar global industry. Factories now produce millions of rolls every day, shipping them to homes and businesses around the world. The journey from communal sponges and corn cobs to soft, quilted rolls is a testament to human ingenuity and our desire for comfort and cleanliness. Each step in this evolution reflects changing attitudes about hygiene and technology. It's a history that's anything but boring, full of surprising twists, cultural shifts, and clever inventions. Who knew something so ordinary could have such an extraordinary past? From humble beginnings to an essential part of our daily lives, toilet paper's story is a reminder that even the simplest things can have a fascinating history. Much of today's toilet paper starts as recycled paper. The industry has mastered recycling to meet demand without clear-cutting forests. Factories process tons of used paper daily, diverting it from landfills. They seek high-quality fibers from office paper and school documents. Recycled fibers are blended with virgin fibers for strength and softness. Long fibers provide durability, while short fibers add softness. This blend saves millions of trees annually. It's a smart solution, turning waste into an essential product. The process starts with sorting and compressing paper into bales. It's a dirty job, but it's the first step in creating something new. The journey begins with bales of recycled paper meeting the pulper. The pulper, like a giant blender, mixes paper with warm water. This creates a soupy mixture, breaking paper into cellulose fibers. In about 10 minutes, solid paper becomes a watery pulp. This mechanical process uses no harsh chemicals. The goal is to separate fibers for cleaning and reforming. The pulp, a thick gray liquid, is the key to new paper. From the pulper, it's pumped into holding tanks. The paper loses its old identity, becoming raw material. This transformation is the first major recycling step. It's where old paper dies and new paper begins to take shape. Now it's time to clean the gray, lumpy paper soup. The pulp contains staples, plastic, and glue. Screens and filters remove larger contaminants. The next challenge is removing ink through flotation. Surfactants help ink particles cling to air bubbles. Rising bubbles carry ink to the surface, forming a frothy foam. This foam is skimmed off, leaving cleaner pulp. The process is repeated to remove as much ink as possible. Even after de-inking, the pulp isn't perfectly white. A bleaching process with whitening agents brightens the pulp. This final step leaves the pulp clean and ready for paper making. With clean pulp, it's time to make paper. The pulp is spread on a moving screen, draining water. Fibers interlock, forming a delicate web. The sheet is transferred to heated cylinders for drying. The Yankee dryer evaporates remaining water, bonding fibers. A doctor blade scrapes the paper, adding texture. The thin sheet is wound onto a massive spool, a parent roll. These rolls are several meters wide, holding kilometers of paper. They are transported to the converting department. Here, the transformation into bathroom-ready rolls begins. The giant parent roll enters the converting section. The first step is embossing, adding texture and function. Patterns are pressed into the sheet, creating dimples and lines. Embossing makes the paper softer and more absorbent. For two-ply, two sheets are bonded together. Perforation allows easy tearing of squares. Cardboard tubes are made and fed into the winding machine. The embossed sheet is wound onto the tube, creating a log. Once the log reaches the desired diameter, it's cut and glued. The log is sent down a conveyor belt for the final cut. The process is fast and automated, producing thousands of rolls. the journey from parent roll to individual rolls is complete. The final step is cutting logs into consumer-sized rolls. A circular saw slices the log into identical rolls. The cuts are clean and the paper doesn't tear. Rolls for commercial use are wrapped individually for hygiene. These are packed into large boxes for shipping. Supermarket rolls are sorted and grouped into packs. Packs are sealed in plastic bags for cleanliness and convenience. The process is automated, moving at a fast pace. From start to finish, the transformation takes about 15 hours. Finished packs are stacked, wrapped, and loaded onto trucks. They head to distribution centers and stores nationwide. The journey from recycling bin to bathroom is complete. The journey of toilet paper is incredible, far more fascinating than most people realize. What seems like a simple household item actually has a complex and remarkable story behind it, one that connects our daily lives to global efforts in sustainability and innovation. It all begins in a recycling bin, where discarded paper is collected and given a second chance. Through a series of careful processes, this waste is transformed into a soft, essential product that we rely on every day. The journey from trash to treasure is a testament to human ingenuity. This story highlights the marvels of modern engineering and the crucial role recycling plays in our world. Engineers and workers collaborate to design and operate sophisticated machinery that turns old paper into something new and useful. By using recycled materials, the paper industry significantly reduces the need to cut down trees, helping to preserve forests and protect wildlife habitats. Every roll made from recycled content is a small victory for the environment. Every recycled roll helps close the loop, turning what was once considered trash into something of real value. It's a cycle that benefits both people and the planet, showing how sustainability can be woven into everyday life. The process isn't always glamorous. It involves getting hands dirty, working with wet pulp and managing heavy machinery. But this hard work is necessary to create a product that millions depend on. These factories are the unseen engines of our lives, operating around the clock to ensure that shelves are stocked and homes are supplied with this vital product. The next time you reach for a roll of toilet paper, pause for a moment to think about its journey, from recycled paper to your home. It's a story of transformation, effort, and care. Appreciate the complex process and the dedicated recycling efforts that make this possible. Behind every roll is a network of people and technology working together for a cleaner world. It's more than just paper. It's a marvel of manufacturing, a product of science, and a symbol of progress in sustainable living. Toilet paper makes our lives cleaner, healthier, and more comfortable, supporting hygiene and well-being for families everywhere. This humble roll is a symbol of progress and sustainability, representing how small choices can have a big impact on the world around us. It's a story worth remembering, a reminder that even the simplest things can have extraordinary journeys. And that's why this humble paper matters, not just for what it does, but for what it represents: innovation, responsibility, and hope for a more sustainable future.